Hello, I'm doing a book review, and the book I want to review is Batman Crimson Mist. Now, Crimson Mist is a graphic novel written by Doug Moench and illustrated by Kelly Jones, and of course published by DC Comics, and this was published in 1999. Now, Batman Crimson Mist is the third graphic novel in the Batman and Dracula trilogy, the first two books in this trilogy being Batman and Dracula Red Rain and Batman Bloodstorm. Now, I'm about to give away a few spoilers about what happened in the other two books in this series in order to explain the plotline of this book. Now, in the first book, Red Rain, Batman actually battled Count Dracula himself, and in that book he ended up becoming a vampire himself, and then, as a vampire, he ended up destroying Dracula. In the second book, Bloodstorm, Batman was a vampire, and he was trying to fight the urge to drink blood, but at the same time, he was going out and fighting crime as a vampire, and in that book, the Joker ended up taking command of an entire army of vampires, but at the end of that story, the Joker ended up killing Selina Kyle, who in that book became a werecat, and basically this sets Batman over the edge, and at the end of that book, he actually drinks the Joker's blood. So, at the end of that story, the Joker has finally driven Batman to do something that he swore he'll never do. As a human, he swore that he'll never kill, but at the end of that story, the Batman finally gives in and kills the Joker. And at the end of Bloodstorm, Commissioner Gordon and Alfred end up killing Batman by driving a stake through his heart. So, this book is set sometime after the events of Bloodstorm. It doesn't really specify how long after the events of Bloodstorm this is supposed to take place, like it could be a few months or a few years. But since Batman's death, crime in Gotham City is now at an all-time high, and the city is being terrorized by people like the Penguin and Poison Ivy and the Riddler and Killer Croc. And in the beginning of this story, Gotham City's district attorney, Harvey Dent, ends up getting half his face burnt with acid, which causes him to have a psychotic breakdown and become the criminal known as Two-Face. Now, this series is set outside of the mainstream Batman continuity, so in this continuity, Harvey Dent didn't become Two-Face till after Batman died. So, basically, Gotham City has pretty much gone to hell, and you have Two-Face and Poison Ivy and Killer Croc running around killing people, and Alfred feels like the only one who can stop them is Batman, even though Batman is a vampire now. So Alfred ends up removing the stake that him and Commissioner Gordon put through Batman's heart, and then Batman comes back from the dead. So now Batman has come back from the dead, but he has come back from the dead as this, like, demon vampire creature, and he's pretty much evil now, and he's going out and killing people, but he's only killing bad people. Like, he's going after criminals, but he doesn't just stop these criminals, he viciously and sadistically murders these criminals. Like, this is not the Batman that we knew. And eventually, Alfred and Commissioner Gordon realize that they have to stop Batman, so they end up teaming up with Two-Face and Killer Croc in order to take this vampire Batman out. Now, I really enjoyed Crimson Mist. Now, Crimson Mist is not just a great Batman story, but a great horror story as well. Now, as I said, this is not the Batman that we knew. Of course, this is an Elseworld story, and Elseworld stories are set in their own universe and are not set in mainstream continuity, so with Elseworld stories, the writers can pretty much do whatever they want with a character. here. So in this story, Batman is pretty much the villain. But yeah, I really liked Crimson Mist, and another thing I really liked about this is it's actually a really tragic story because you're seeing this hero pretty much turned into a villain, and you get a lot of Batman's eternal dialogue in this, and you realize that he doesn't really want to be doing this, but he really can't help himself. But yeah, if you haven't read Crimson Mist, I would definitely recommend it, but I recommend reading the first two before you read this one. But yeah, that's my review on Crimson Mist by Doug Moench, and bye.